on your cameras and let us begin with the session. Sir, किसकी birthday party? So the kiski party. So basically, there is a cake cutting going on in the cafeteria, right? At the same time, my class is also starting. I have to miss that, fortunately. So I have to tell them that ki chocolate cake डालेना तो otherwise. हाँ जी, हाँ. The good thing about PW is that I think in your batch I told or not. So basically, I had recently completed 3 years in PW, है ना? Uh, हाँ. And I think one of the reasons I had survived here for so many months, right, is the work environment. Very tough for me to survive where manager is shouting ki kaam kyun nahi, and there is nothing to learn. The good thing about physics wala is that at least for the employees the work culture is really good, है ना? We celebrate birthday of everyone, whether it's a housekeeping person or is it a teacher, it's a studio person, whosoever it is. This is a small office, right? Not the head office. It is hardly, I think, 40 to 50 people are there in this. 40 approximately. That's the strength of the number of teachers and the studio combined. Studio person combined. Here we celebrate birthdays of everyone. Cake cutting happens for everyone. मेरे बर्थडे का नहीं कटा था. I don't know why, but they did partiality. यहाँ पे पैसे बचा लिए. Yes, Burha, Harini, Aban, Sara, Khaja, Khushal, Jaden, cameras on, Adiba, cameras on, Jeel, Sanjay, Farhan, Rahul sir, hello, Daksh, cameras on, Spandita. Yes, like every teacher's birthday cake was cut it, and I'm like, मेरा birthday cake क्यों नहीं कटा? They're like, आपने छुट्टी मार ली थी उस दिन तो अब तो निकल गया, अब रहने दो. Yes, cameras on. Yeah, I remember in school time also I used to do the same because on birthday if you go to school the kids they ask for the party, है ना? And party के नाम पे parents used to give us this toffee का packet, है ना? सबको एक एक बांट के आ जाइयो. That's it. And teachers के लिए 5 teachers were there तो 5 पेन, 5 रुपए वाला. That's it. So I remember giving melody toffees from first to fifth class. उसके बाद टीचर ने ही बोल दिया कब तक मेलोडी देते रहोगे, वो भी एक. In the next academic session, I switched from melody to mango bite and melody. Okay, trophies I had to give. Then in ninth, I switched to Kit Kat, 5 rupees wali. So that was another upgrade in my life. Anyways, so those were good days. By the way, what you distribute during your birthdays? You guys can unmute and tell. I do not know what exactly happens there. इतना सा? अरे और ले गया वो, इसमें वो चॉकलेट चिप वो का है. देखो इसलिए आई वाज कि मैं मिस नहीं करूंगा, इतना सा भेजा है इन्होंने चॉकलेट केक. अरे मजाक कर रहा हूँ सर, मजाक कर रहा हूँ. देखा, इसलिए वहां खड़ा रहना जरूरी है. केक की ये ऐसा बर्थडे बर्थडे कुछ नहीं, केक लेना होता है तो इसलिए आई वाज वेरी था कि चलो आ ही गया. एनीवेज, मेरा बर्थडे के दिन तो एग्जाम होता है या छुट्टी होती है. ओके, चलो सही है. माय बर्थडे इज ऑलवेज ऑन एग्जाम डे. ओके. Yes, Tanya, Adiba, Shannum, cameras on, please. Harini, cameras on. Yes, Vaishnavi, unmute and tell what happens on your birthday. क्या बांट के आते हो उसको? So isn't it the culture that you distribute to each and every kid toffees or like that? मेरा birthday summer vacation में है. Okay, good.
सर बेस्ट थिंग मेरे बर्थडे के, मेरे बर्थडे के दिन रिजल्ट आता है.
तो ये सही है. मतलब अच्छा है ना पेरेंट्स के लिए कि इफ रिजल्ट इज गुड तो केक कैन कट, है ना? और अगर खराब होता है वही केक आपके मुंह पे मार दिया जाएगा. तो
नहीं
इससे
नहीं,
अच्छा
केक
क्या
को
होता
कट
है?
करते हम नाइफ से सर.
अच्छा,
तो
ओके.
अगर अच्छा है रिजल्ट तो केक मिलेगा, नहीं मिल आया तो नाइफ.
हाँ, तो आपके हाथ पे काट दिए जाएंगे. हाँ, दैट्स अ गुड थिंग. यस, मेरा बर्थडे 19 डेज में है. ओके, गुड. थैंक यू. तो कहाँ पार्टी दे रहे हो? बता दीजिए, हम लोग आ जाएंगे. एटलीस्ट दोज हु आर देयर इन योर सिटी जॉइन यू. नहीं आ रहा कोई मैसेज. Yes, others. Shannum, you tell. Shami. हाँ जी. बर्थडे बनाते भी हो या नहीं? Yes, Pandita, can you hear me? गिफ्ट क्वालिटी रिजल्ट पे डिपेंड होता है. Okay. Like here, we invite the relatives to our home, है ना, for the dinner at the time of birthday, and of course the cake cutting. And in return, the relatives either gives you gift or envelope. Inside these envelopes are the money, is the money, है ना. So once I remember my younger sibling, and that day was my elder brother's marriage as well, है ना, cousin brother. Okay, and the birthday was also coinciding. So party तो was already there of his marriage, है ना, and we celebrated his birthday at the same time. बस 200 रुपए का केक लाना पड़ा, and so many envelopes he got because so many relatives are there at the time of marriage. So that year the return on investment was really good. For 200 rupees, I think we had got 6-7,000 rupees in return ROI. This year return on investment wasn't good at his birthday. I had to spend around 13-14,000 rupees. ROI was only that to mother took all the money. It's like इतने सालों से मैं बर्थडे बना रही थी. Okay. हाँ जी. Anyways, enough of the birthday talks. Let us begin with our session, है ना. So today's class is a booster class, but before I shall begin with booster class, right? Can I get a number? How many new kids are there? Kindly raise your hand. Attending the physics class for the first time or the second time? Raise your hands quickly. Sir, please screen. Attending my physics class for the first time or second time? Please raise your hands, virtual hands. How many such kids are there? Okay. Okay. So all of you had already attended the classes and had seen the session. Okay. No new kid in the class? Okay, great. All right, fine guys. So this is the tram batch. We had already started with the chapter called electric charges and field. A day before yesterday, we had already started with electric charges and field, right? And these were the contents of the entire chapter. We are done with the electric charge. We had already started with electric force, done with the Coulomb's law, है ना? Yet to done with permittivity, superposition, etc. and etc. This is the A batch, if I'm not wrong, correct? The B batch. B batch it is. Okay. ठीक है. Fine. All right, guys, let us begin with the session. Kindly type in the chat box how is the Josh, low, high, dead, medium, alive. A quick recap. We had seen what is charge, the quantization of the charge, and methods of charging a body, right? Different particles and their charge, the charge associated with it, right? And we had done a few questions as well. We are going to continue our discussion from here. Read this. Very simple question is, a glass rod is rubbed with silk. Tell me first, glass rod acquires positive charge or negative charge? Type in the chat box. Glass rod acquires positive charge or negative charge? Please type in the chat box. Is rubbed with the silk, the glass rod acquires a charge of this much, this much coulomb. Okay. Glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth will acquire negative charge. How much charge it has got? 19.2 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Find the number of electrons lost by the glass rod. Electrons are going from here to here. Okay. So N into E is equal to 19.2 to 10 raised to the minus 19 coulomb. Number of electrons it is asking 19.2, 10 raised to the power minus 19 upon E. Okay, the board has hanged. Hanji, divided by E. E is nothing but 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. So 10 raised to minus 19, 10 raised to minus 19 gets cancelled out. This gets cancelled out on 12. N is equal to 10, 12 electrons. These many electrons are lost. Fine. Clear? Any doubt? Any query you have? Farhan, Sanjay, Daksh, Burhan, Feel. Very simple question. Now, let us increase our difficulty level and move ahead. NCRT. Two charges, 10 picocoulomb and 5 picocoulomb. Are placed at 20 centimeter apart. Are placed 20 centimeter apart. The ratio of the coulomb's force experienced by them. Basically, the second charge would be exerting some force. Let it be force on first due to second. And the first charge would be exerting some force on the second. Force on second due to the first. So they are asking what is the ratio of these two forces, F12 to F21. Anyone would like to please type in the chat box. Anji, Coulomb's force. So while we were discussing this force, I had made you write it acts in pair and it is equal and opposite. You may write in the bracket it is equal and opposite here. It is equal and opposite. Both the forces are equal to each other. Ratio will become 1:1. Clear? Need not to be solved. No. Acha, those who are new to the session, so the concept, the format of the booster class is that we discuss some difficult questions in the class. Fine. That is the concept. Fine. Clear? Read this question. Fine. Okay. Now, to understand this concept, you need to understand. To understand this question, you need to understand maxima and minima wala concept. How many of you already know this? Raise your hands. Raise your hand. How many of you already know this? Maxima and minima wala concept. Okay. Let me explain you with the help of an example. For example, you have y is equal to 2x square minus x. Let us suppose. Randomly start putting the value of x. Let us randomly start putting the value of x. For example, x is equal to 0. How much will be the value of y? 0 only. Put x is equal to 1. Value of y you will be getting again 1. 1 square 1, 2 into 1, 1. 1 minus 1, you will get 1. Put x is equal to 2. 2 square 4. 4 to 8. 8 minus 2. 2 square 4. 4 to 8. 8 minus 2, 6. Correct? Correct? Put x is equal to minus 1. How much you are getting? X square twice of minus 1 square, 2 plus 1. Put x is equal to minus 1 by 2, let us suppose. Let us see what is the value we are getting. Understand the concept? One. We are getting it as 1. Put x is equal to 1 by 2. Let us see what we are getting. Here we are getting it as 0. Now my question is, for what value of x? If I ask you, for what value of x will the value of y going to be maximum or minimum? For see, you keep on substituting the value of x, you will keep on getting the value of y. Correct? But what is that single value of x for which I will be getting the minimum value of y or the maximum value of y? As of now, you would be like, sir, the minimum value of y I am getting 0 at x is equal to 1 by 2. Maybe, okay, maybe there is some another value of x for which you get y negative, है ना? Okay, then in that case, that value of x will become the relevant value, right? So very simple question would be arising, for what value of x y will be minimum or maximum? Got it? For what value of y x will be minimum or maximum? Fine. How to find that? Very simple method it is. Okay, all eyes on the board. Okay. So we need to find the values of x for which y will be minimum or maximum. Differentiate that function. Okay. This will become 2x minus 1, 4x minus 1. Okay. So this is the value of dy by dx that you are getting. Put dy by dx is equal to 0. That is, you are going to substitute this value is equal to 0. X is equal to 1 by 4. So at x is equal to 1 by 4, y is either going to be minimum or maximum. In this case, you will get a minimum value. Let us find it out. Let us find it out with our old method. है ना? So I'm going to substitute value of x as 1 by 4 and let us see what is the value of y I get. Okay, 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 by 4. So twice into 1 by 16 minus 1 by 4. This gets cancelled out on 8. 1 by 8 minus 1 by 4. 8, 1 minus 2 minus 1 by 8. Minus 1 by 8. At x is equal to 1 by 4. I am getting the value of y as minus 1 by 8. See, till now when I was filling the table, you were like, sir, at 1 by 2 it is going to be minimum. At 1 by 2 you are going to get the minimum value of y. But now like this you can keep on calculating for infinite numbers. But with this method, within a few seconds you had got, okay, at this is the value of y and this will be the minimum. Put any other value of x. Put any other value of x apart from this, you are going to get a value of y greater than this. Always. Okay. Either it is going to yield minimum or maximum value. In this case, it has yielded minimum value of y. For x is equal to 1 by 4, y will be minimum. Fine. Clear? Now, why this is important? Understand the next question now. So they are saying a charge is q is divided in two parts. Okay, so there was some initially there the total charge was q. We have divided it into two sub parts. For example, the first one is having a value of small q. So the second one automatically gets a value of capital Q minus small q. Okay. Which are then kept at some distance apart. So these q1 and q2, these two charges are kept at some distance apart. Let that distance be r. The force between them will be maximum if the two parts are having the charge. How much? So you need to tell how much is the value of q1 and q2. This is q1 and this is q2. Okay. Such that the force acting between them, see, this is going to be the difficulty level. Fine, this is going to be the difficulty level. Please get used to it and try understanding it. Acha. Now there are two charges, one having value q, another having value capital Q minus small q. Fine. They would be exerting some force. They are at a distance small r with each other. They would be exerting some force on each other, correct? This would be exerting some force F. This would be exerting some force F. है ना? ठीक है? But this division should be such that maybe this gets q by 2 and this gets q by 2. Maybe this gets q by 3, this there gets 2q by 3. I do not know. I do not know how they had bifurcated it. But it should be bifurcated such that the force which is acting should be maximum. The force which is acting should be maximum. Okay. What is the formula for force? Force is equal to Q1, sorry, KQ1 Q1 into Q2 by R square. Now we need to maximize this function. So basically they are asking for what value. Okay, let me just substitute the values. Small q, capital Q minus small q. Multiply inside capital Q into small q minus q square. Okay. Okay, all eyes on the board. So for what value of small q this force is maximum? For what value of x was y maximum or minimum? They can keep it minimum as well. Okay. for what value of x, y will be minimum or maximum. For what value of q, let me change the question. For what value of q, f is maximum. Got it? Okay. So what we are going to do, Farhan? Very simple. Do not start putting each and every value. No. Just differentiate the function. That's it. Here I am going to differentiate this with respect to small q only. है ना? With respect to small q. How many of you do not know differentiation? Raise your hands. Okay. ठीक है. Then quickly tell me. Suppose it is 5x minus x squared. Differentiate y with respect to x. What you will be getting? Tell me quickly. Unmute and tell. Ariba, please unmute and tell. Ariba, please unmute and tell. Ariba, differentiate with respect to x. Ariba, please unmute and tell. Rishabh, please unmute and tell.
Yes, sir. So minus 2x.
हाँ ठीक है. 5 minus 2x है ना, dy by dx. Very good. ठीक है. Okay, let us come back here. So we are differentiating with respect to q. See, every time it won't be x. ठीक है. So get used to this. This is a constant. This will remain as it is. Okay. Capital Q is also constant. See now, the total, the one which you had bifurcated, this won't change. This will remain capital Q only. So this capital Q is also a constant. है ना? This capital Q is also a constant. Differentiation of this will be 1. Differentiation of this will be 2Q. Fine. Put df by dq equal to 0. What is df by dq? K r square, sorry, k by r square into capital Q minus 2Q is equal to 0. This entire goes that side, becomes 0. Capital Q minus 2Q is equal to 0. Capital Q is equal to 2Q. Capital Q upon 2 is equal to small q.
F net, right? Like the total force, and then we are differentiating that.
Sorry, Insha, come back again.
So first we take the total force and then we differentiate, right?
See, whatever it is asking you कि maximum value would be किसकी ज़्यादा होगी, maximum मतलब किसकी maximum value it is asking, you need to differentiate that function. See, the force between them will be maximum. So it is asking you to maximize the force. तो फंक्शन भी किसका होना चाहिए? फोर्स का. ठीक है. यहां पे आई वॉज आस्किंग यू टू मिनिमाइज वाई. मैक्सिमाइज मिनिमाइज कुछ भी हो सकता है. आई वॉज आस्किंग यू टू मिनिमाइज वाई. तो फंक्शन भी किसका है? वाई का ही है. लेकिन कौन सी वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स के लिए? लेकिन कौन सी वैल्यू ऑफ स्मॉल क्यू के लिए? दो चार्जेस बढ़ चुके. पहला चार्ज है स्मॉल क्यू, दूसरा चार्ज है कैपिटल क्यू माइनस स्मॉल क्यू, है ना. अब देखो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई हैड व्हाट गॉट द वैल्यू ऑफ स्मॉल क्यू एज क्यू बाय 2. तो जरा यहां पे रखते हैं क्यू बाय 2, यहां पे रखो क्यू माइनस क्यू बाय 2. हाउ मच यू आर गेटिंग इंचा? यस इंचा. हाँ,
Yes, sir.
कैपिटल क्यू माइनस क्यू बाय 2. ओहो, यू आर नॉट अटेंटिव. प्लीज टर्न ऑन योर कैमरा.
So Q by 2.
कैपिटल क्यू माइनस स्मॉल क्यू, दैट वाज क्यू बाय 2, है ना. तो यू आर गेटिंग क्यू बाय 2 ओनली. ठीक है. ऑप्शन नंबर 1 क्यू बाय 2. इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन.
Sir, I had some background noise coming. That's why I was not unmuting my mic.
अच्छा अच्छा, ओके फाइन. मम्मी चिल्ला रही है क्या? हाँ.
नहीं, मम्मी आई थी कुछ बोलने के लिए.
ओके, कैमराज ऑन. बुरहान, अदीप, अरीबा, खजा, सारा. यस सारा, यस दे कैन. ठीक है ना. तो कॉन्सेप्ट इज क्लियर. सी जनरली इट इज टॉट इन मैथ्स. ये मैक्सिमम मिलेमा वाला जो है ये मैथ्स में आपको पढ़ाया जाता है. ठीक है, मैथ्स में इट इज टॉट. ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे आई हैड टॉट यू, तो चलो कोई बात नहीं. नोटेड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
So can you show the last slide for some seconds?
चलो क्विकली नोट इट डाउन. Then comes the JEE Mains 2025 question. Oh. Done. Next. This too is very simple. You can do. Read this. JEE 2025. Insha, can you please help me out? What do we mean by identical spheres here?
So that means they have the same radius.
They have the same.
Same size, same radius.
Correct. Same material, same size. Okay. That is the meaning of identical. A small uncharged conducting sphere. So I already had an uncharged sphere. Okay. Is placed in contact with an identical sphere but having 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 coulomb of charge. So that means this was a charged sphere. How much charge it had? It had a charge of 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 coulomb. Okay. And then removed. So basically, I have brought it in contact with this. What will happen? Now getting it? Why I taught you methods of charging a body. Which method is this? Anji, Shannum, Ariba, Daksh. Which method is this? Huh? Arena. What happened? Turn on your camera. So basically, when they are placed in contact with each other, charge transfer is going to take place. So charge transfer is going to take place if they are identical. Charge would be distributed equally. Okay, Insha? So if it is, and of course after that they are separated. After that they are separated. Now both of them would have become charged. Now since they are identical, charge on both of them would be same. So this would have got half of the charge. The other half, total charge to is 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 na. See, whatever is Q total, this had 0 coulomb of charge. Na? This had 4 into 10 raised to the minus 8 coulomb of charge. Total became 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 8 coulomb of charge. Na? Each of them will be getting half of the total because the because they are identical. And of course, they are separated by some distance. I do not know how much is the distance, but they are saying the force of repulsion between them is this much. And when they are separated, 9 into 10 raised to the power minus 3, the distance between them is, now it is very simple. You know force is k q1 into q2 by r square. You basically have to find the value of this r. Clear? This value of r is missing. Okay. K is 9 into 10 raised to the power 9. Q1 is 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 8. This is also 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 8. Nine gets cancelled out. Minus 5 it will become. Solve it. 10, 10, 10, 2, 2, 4. Oh, sorry. 1, 1, 10 raised to the power minus 4. So r square finally from here you would be getting 10 raised to the minus 4 is equal to r square. Take root both sides. So finally r you would be getting it as 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. All are in SI units. This is in coulomb. So R also you would be getting in the SI unit, that is meter. So 2 into 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter. But this is not there in the option. So you need to convert this meter into centimeter. How will you convert? By multiplying it by 10 raised to the power 2. R you would be getting it in centimeter now. So they were placed at a distance of 2 centimeter. Clear? Clear? In exam, JEE means exam, you do not have to draw this diagram and so on. Directly you have to put the values, that's it. See, values last time also I told are such that they are easily solvable. They hadn't given so many question whatsoever would be the level of the question, but see, the calculations are not that much intense. If you notice, last time also the question we did, the calculations were simple. Okay, here are the solution. Okay. Now, how many of you had done? Please, Insha, ask.
No, sir, it's Arena.
Yes, Arena.
Sir, is uncharged and neutral body the same thing?
Come back again.
Uncharged and neutral body is the same thing, right?
Uncharged and, yes, you can say.
So, sir, in the previous question we did, like the which one we did just now, is it important to know if the body is getting charged positively or negatively?
Like if there is a, like you need to find the total charge. It may happen in some questions they will say two charged bodies. One will be having a charge of, okay, good question by Reena. So basically she is asking, sir, is it important like whether it's positive or negative? So it may say that the first charge had a charge of plus 4 coulomb. The second identical body had a charge of minus 10 coulomb. Listen carefully. You had touched them, then removed. What will be the new charges? You will have to find total charge here also. So plus 4 Arena minus 10. How much is it? Minus 6 coulomb. So this minus 6 coulomb is going to be divided. 6 minus 6 by 2, that is minus 3 coulomb. So this will get minus 3 coulomb and this will also get minus 3 coulomb. Okay, that is the thing. Yes, sign will matter. Like which charge the body is having, yes, it will matter. Total
So, sir,
is
like
not
you
14.
divided it equally. Will it happen in this case as well? Because if it's positively charged, it will lose negative ones.
Come back
and it's
again.
negative.
Come back again.
Like, sir, in the question, you divided it, right? But
In two equal parts.
yeah, so positive charge matlab it will lose electrons.
नहीं.
If negative charge will
See.
gain.
What has happened? Let me tell you. Finally, this is having minus 3 coulomb of charge, and this is also having minus 3 coulomb of charge. Earlier, it had minus 10 coulomb. It would have lost some electrons, and this would have gained those electrons. Only then this would have become negative. This has become lesser negative, if you see.
Yes, sir.
है ना?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good question. Please note it. है ना? Okay, next. So then we had discussed this principle of superposition. We had discussed what will be the net force on this charge in our previous lectures. Do this. Read this. Find the magnitude of force on indicated charged particle in the given case. So on this you have to find the magnitude of the force. Clear? Now first tell me. So these are the three charges Q, Q, Q. If not mentioned, consider them as positive. This is my first charge, second charge, and the third charge. These are both positive charges. So the first charge is going to exert some force in this direction. How much? K Q square by how much is this distance? Can anyone tell me? Basic math geometry I had taught. Equilateral triangle, no doubt.
So the entire will be 2:1 divided with a centroid.
No, tell me the answer directly. At how much distance is this? This charge is placed at the centroid. So tell me at like how much is the distance between the vertex and the centroid? Yes. भाई बताओ. It's there in your notes. Correct. A by root 3. Now here the side length is r. So this distance must be r by root 3. Now, so square of the distance between them. Okay. Getting it? Why I had made you practice basic maths first? Again positive, they are going to repel each other. How much force? Same force. Again positive, they are going to repel each other. How much force? Same force. Now, basically, this first charge is going to experience force F, F and F. Each of the angle being 120 degree. Each of the angle being 120 degree. Fine. Now you need to find the resultant of these three forces. Can anyone tell me what will be the resultant? By any chance? By any chance? Zero. Correct. Fine. When you find the resultant of these two forces, you are going to get it as F. That too in the center of them. This remains as it is. So F and F are acting opposite to each other. So net force will be 0. net force will be 0. Clear? Any doubt, any query you have, you guys can unmute and ask. No. So that's why geometry is very important for these first 3-4 chapters. Clear? I am writing r by root 3 directly, not explaining to you because I had already explained it in basic maths. So supposedly there is an equilateral triangle of length a, each of the lengths will be a. So this centroid to the vertex, it's a by root 3. Okay, a by root 3. All distances are a by root 3. Fine. Clear? Jeel, Sara, Daksh. Take these questions as homework. And let us quickly mark the attendance. Erina, present. Insha, present. Bhavika, present. Whosoever names are not there can unmute and tell me. Maria. Okay. Whosoever is not, Maria's name is already there. If someone's name is not there, can your name? Rishabh. Okay. Who else?
Above.
Above. Okay. Who else? Burhan. Who else? Okay. Done.
Sir, my name is Hari. My name is Harina.
हाँ ठीक है, fine, we had understood, don't worry. Farhan name
Sir,
is
my
also
name is not there.
your name?
Zishan.
Zishan. Who else?
Sir, Nikhil.
Nikhil. Okay, who else? Anas is there? Anas, your name is there already.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. Thank you very much for choosing PW Gulf, and we would be meeting in the next class. Practice the questions, है ना?